Steve, thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure to be here.
Steve, Kings Entertainment provides lottery, casino, and sportsbook gambling globally. I want to start with an overview of your business.
Right. So at the core, we're an international online lottery company. And, I think it's important as a business to know who you are, and that's who we are. That being said, we have other verticals as well, namely casino and sportsbook that act, in combination to provide a robust platform for lottery players to do all their gambling. So if you're in Mexico, and Latin America is one of our core markets, if you're in Mexico and you want to play Powerball or Mega Millions, obviously you can't do that at the local bodega. You would come to one of our brands online, whether it's LottoKings or WinTrillions, and there you'd be able to purchase your Powerball, your Mega Millions, your Euro Millions, your El Gordo, whatever your favorite lottery is, you'd be able to purchase it there online. Then while you're online at our website, you also can venture into our virtual casino where we have all the latest slot offerings. You can go into our live casino and play blackjack or roulette or poker with a live dealer, or you can make your sports bet. And for sports and casino, they've really acted as ways to cement and have that sticky connectivity with our customers. So once they're in playing lottery with us, there's no reason for them to go to any other gaming establishment to take care of their other gambling needs.
Now, how big is the market opportunity?
Well, I think it's huge. I think that we're just seeing the start of what is this natural progression in the whole entertainment business. So I think the online provided a perfect platform for guys to be able to tap into that gambling without having to fly to Las Vegas or fly to Atlantic City, or wherever they go for the Bahamas for their gambling. And I think with COVID and the pandemic, it pushed it to the next level where people were looking for those things to do from home. And I think gambling fit perfectly into that. We're seeing now a complete transition, and really where the online gambling numbers are rivaling those in Macau and Vegas.
What were your revenue in 2021? What does 2022 look like?
Right. So in 2021, our gross revenue was up over 7 million. Our net revenue was right at about 6 million, just below that 5.9. And when we look, when I look into my crystal ball for next year and this year, I would say that, to be conservative, we're looking at about a 20 to 25% increase in revenue. But, it's hard to really guess because we've got some marketing and some deals down the pipeline that I don't want to overstate, but that could be, game changers for us and could double our business. So I like to always stay on the conservative side when I'm talking to investors, and I'm really looking for at least a 25%, push in revenue. But the opportunity for it to be much, much more is there, and that's what I'll be striving for.
You recently raised $10 million. You listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange, the CSE. Your plan is to come over and list on the QB, OTC QB in the U.S., and ultimately the NASDAQ. How do you deploy the $10 million that you raised?
Luckily, we're not a startup company that's guessing what works and what doesn't work. We have a lot of experience in the space. We've had time to do a lot of different marketing when we didn't have that money in the bank just sitting there to be able to have the availability to just do anything and everything, right? So we had to be very concise and smart about the way we spent our money, and that helps us going in. So we're able to press bets that we knew worked. And at the same time, there's a lot of corporate costs that when you're changing from a private company to a public company that just weren't there last year. But a large portion of that money that we raise will be spent on the marketing side and will be looked for customer acquisition.
Let's talk about your business model. How do you make money?
Right, it's a good question. So we make money first and foremost by selling lottery tickets. When we sell a lottery ticket, our cost is an average of $5.50 to $6. That's a ticket that, depending on the size of the lottery, if it's 20 million, our insurance cost is about 70, 80 cents. And that can go up to as much as $2 as we get towards that 400 million plateau. After 400 million, we change in a lot of jurisdictions from an insurance proposition to an actual brokerage and ticket brokering, proposition where we're actually purchasing that ticket for $2 and reselling it. And on the face, you'd say, well, even if you're buying it for $2 and selling it for $6, that's a pretty good business model. But we have to factor into that as well, the cost of processing the credit cards, A lot of times there are affiliates involved that are earning 20 or 30% of the net gaming profits. So that number continues to reduce. But I would say that there's a profit margin of $2 to $3, at least in every single lottery ticket that we sell.
Right. So as I understand your business model, you get them on the lotteries, and then you convert them to the casino where your profit margins are much higher, correct?
Well, that is correct. So obviously in the casino games, we pay a software cost off the top and we have a processing cost, but we don't have ticket fees or insurance fees that we run into on the lottery side. And a lot of people would call the lottery like a loss leader, but it's not a loss leader because it is profitable for us. So it's a gain leader. And then we take about 20% of those lottery customers and we move them over to our casino. And we found that the synergy for lottery players over to slot machines is very, very high. And then also roulette seems to be a very big winner as well, where a lot of our Latin American clients enjoy playing live roulette on our site as well.
Excellent. Well, you summed up really the essential value proposition. I'll add that in summary, you're looking at organic growth of 20 to 25% that doesn't include potential acquisitions. You're well capitalized with the $10 million that you raised. What else would you add to that, Steve, in closing?
I would say we're innovators, because we have such a robust team of gambling experts that are really behind this thing, that we look at things differently than maybe our lottery competitors do. And in that, we've come up with things that are special. One of those special things, to give you an example, are boosted jackpots. So with our company, you can go ahead and if a lottery is 20 million, 30 million, anything less than 100 million, and we're talking Powerball, Mega Millions, Euro Millions, the top three, we're going to go ahead and boost that lottery for you to 100 million for free. And then once it's at 100 million, we're going to give you the opportunity to boost that all the way up to 400 million for a small fee. Now, this is something that really no one else does. We invented it. We're one of the first to do it. And it works for both customer acquisition to make things more exciting, as well as customer retention. Because believe me, most of the time the lotteries are right around 50 or 60 million. When you're used to getting it for 100 million, when the rest of the world is getting it for 50, that's a reason for you to stay and play. And that's ultimately the environment we want to provide for our customers, a place where they want to stay and play.
It's a great story and a great market. Steve, thanks for being with us today.
It's been my pleasure.